Buggy Show. It's the Shanks and Buggy Show, yeah. It's the Shanks and Buggy Show. It's the Shanks and Buggy Show, yeah. Yeah. It's the Shanks and Buggy Show. Yeah. It's the Shanks and Buggy Show.
Yo, it's Sight.
And Dino,
And it's the Shanks and Buggy Show. So, we don't only talk about Shanks and Buggy, just for anybody wondering. We actually cover everything and anything One Piece. So, you send it to us in the comments, holler at us about it, and we'll go ahead and try to cover it whenever we can get to it. But let's go ahead and jump right into what we're going to be discussing for the first week. It's going to be Romance Dawn, Chapter 1 of the manga. All right, and our story jumps right in with an ode to Oda's old work. All right, little clip of that Romance Dawn they did back in the day. So it does start off with Roger. He's about to get executed, and he kicks off the Great Pirate Era with a simple statement. Basically telling everybody my treasure, why it's right where I left it. It's yours if you can find it, but you'll have to search the whole world. So it's like
he knew what he was doing.
he did. And you know what? Just like Roger knew what he was doing, I feel like Oda knew what he was doing. Oda leads it with the very second page of this Romance Dawn. All right, he basically puts an addition to the title. Okay, it goes from Romance Dawn to Chapter 1, Romance Dawn, the Dawn of Adventure. Yet again, touching on the ode to his old work, saying that he is transitioning. This is what inspired the work, and this is what will inspire the story at the end of the day. So it's like Roger also inspiring the story of One Piece type stuff. It's pretty cool.
So next we have Luffy. This is our introduction to Luffy, basically. So we got Luffy. He's basically telling him like, I've had enough. He's stabbing himself in the eye. He wants to join Shanks' crew. Shanks' crew is just like, what are you doing? Like, bro, that's not the way. You still can't do it. You still can't join the crew.
Still can't get down with us.
Yeah.
I think the exact words was, "You idiot. What did you do that for?" So right after, Luffy's intro, we get to see the intro into Shanks. All right. And it's not a very big thing. It's relatively short and to the point, where basically Shanks is just kind of, talking to Luffy in the pub, telling him that, he can't join the crew. He's got a nickname of Anchor, because he always sinks.
Yeah.
And you get that frame of red-haired Shanks sitting at the stool, kind of looking yet again like a happy guy, like not your typical pirate that you would think of. Even Jack Black, or not Jack Black, Jack Sparrow. Look, shows my ignorance, guys. Even Jack Sparrow wasn't this happy. Okay, if Jack Black was Jack Sparrow, I think he would have been a happy pirate. Okay, Jack Black, we want to see you in a pirate movie, man. Or better, Jack Black as Lucky Roo. In the
I can see
that would be pretty dope. I could see him.
I don't know if they cast Lucky Roo already. I mean, they had him in a flashback, I think.
If you guys ain't got,
I think they did.
That might be pretty funny. All right.
In the first series.
But yeah, that's our first look at Shanks is in the bar setting, him and Luffy.
But next we're in the bar, right? We got Shanks clowning Luffy, telling him if he's such a big dude, why does he want to drink milk? That's what kids do. So Luffy walks away. He's mad, and then first mate calls him over. This is our first look at the first mate. This is something else that they left out of the anime, but
yeah.
Beckman, basically. This is our first introduction to Beckman. He calls Luffy over, basically trying to tell him, like, Shanks just, he want the best for you. But Shanks still over there, like, nah, I just want to pick on him.
The significance of that speech, though.
You think it was that significant?
Yes, man. Like,
I mean, why though? I mean, it was so brief to me though when I read it.
It was extremely short, but it's like so much was said within those few frames. I feel like, okay, put it this way: a few frames before that, okay, you see how the other crewmates are all kind of egging Luffy on, and even Lucky Roo. All right, they're all over there telling him, come on, Cap, let him come with us. Yeah, it'll be okay. And Luffy is sized. He's like, yeah,
He like,
I
yeah.
got him. Until Shanks tells the guys, if you want him to come, one of y'all got to stay. And then everyone leaves him hanging, and you get this conversation from Beckman
Yeah, I feel
showing the
you.
maturity. I feel like in that conversation, Beckman touches on, Shanks's responsibility and why the crew follows him. Like, there's a
Yeah.
reason that Shanks is the captain, as happy and carefree as he is. And I can refer back to it. It literally says the captain's just doing what's best for everyone. How do you figure that, Mr. First Mate? Mr. First Mate. If Oda didn't want people to know that he was the first mate, why is he referencing to him
Yeah.
as the first Mr. First Mate?
But even Luffy like brushes him off like,
Yeah.
nah.
But he stayed inquisitive. Beckman goes on to say that the safety of the entire crew and ship rests on his shoulders. Being a pirate isn't all fun and games. There's a lot of duties like pillaging, hostage taking, heavy drinking, and swimming. Now, of course, some of those are playful, but it also brings into the spectrum of what they do. It's
Yeah.
like he leads off with pillaging and hostage taking, and leaves off with heavy drinking and swimming.
And think about it. One thing he mentioned was hostage taking, which we see later in the chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So our next key point in the story is going to be Luffy eating the devil fruit. All right.
Okay.
And it's summed up in a few frames. Starts off, I want to say, on page 16 of the manga. You have a frame where basically Luffy is saying, "I'm going to learn how to swim by the time you leave." Shanks responds to that and says, "That's good, kid. Do whatever you want." And oh, how he will grow to regret that statement.
It's almost like he
foreshadowed it just a little bit. Oda was just giving the hint, basically, like, "Hey guys, something's about to happen."
Yeah, because I didn't notice that at first, and then when I look back, I'm like, all this stuff is happening at once. But last thing that Shanks said to Luffy was, "Do whatever you want," and then he starts eating the devil fruit.
And then in comes the scourge of the mountains. Make way for him.
Higama the bear.
Higama. But he busts through, kick the door open, starts asking for booze. We see Luffy eating devil fruit behind Shanks' back. But, within that bar fight, like I said, not bar fight, but disturbance, we get to see that Shanks is, yet again, a carefree individual who is caring. Even when he offers to clean up, the captain of this crew basically saying, "Can you give me a towel?" Like, the humbleness in Shanks is almost unmatched in the story in my mind. Luffy does not see it that way.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like in the moment, I would be exactly where Luffy was. To see your idol, I guess, brought down to that level. So Luffy is hot. At this point, he goes to walk away and Shanks grabs his arm. All right. Bringing us back to the difference between the manga and the anime. In the anime, Shanks lifts Luffy up by his legs after he realizes that he is eating the devil fruit at this exact moment, actually. In the manga, he grabs the arm, and Luffy is walking away, at which point Lucky Roo makes his little entrance and gives a rundown of exactly what Luffy just ate. All right.
Right.
Let's see.
So next, basically, we got Shanks leaves, goes. He's on another voyage, and
which I'm not gonna lie, even that's crazy, man. Like the way they don't touch in the show at all about the voyage count.
It's a little more descriptive in the in the manga. They tell you like, okay, yeah, we'll be here a couple more voyages.
The backstory,
I think they've been there a year, or I might be wrong.
So even that's like, dang. So that means there's a possibility that Shanks was at this island for 2-3 years, possibly. At the end of the day, if let's just say a journey was about a year, if he'd been there a year already, he'd already completed a journey or two. And then came back. They're using it as their base. That means Shanks might have been there for 3 years of Luffy's life.
I don't think it was a journey as a year.
I don't know, man.
Because remember, they left on a journey before Luffy gets basically grabbed up by the mountain bandits, and they come back. That wasn't a whole year. Luffy
Okay.
didn't look any
Fair.
That was a quick one. So I mean, it could have been just 1 year.
But okay.
A little over a year.
So there was enough time though.
Yeah.
That the town people know who Luffy is as the Rubber Boy.
Right.
So
a week.
Okay.
A week tops. It's a small
But
town.
do we really think that a voyage
small
for pirates takes a week in this timeline? I'm banking, and we can
month. I could see a month.
Let's friendly wager.
Yeah.
We'll look this up, guys. You guys leave in the comments. How long do you think Shanks was honestly at the island right there where Luffy lived? I'm letting you know right now. My wager, okay, is a bit under 2 years, maybe like a year and 10 months, possibly. You know, that's kind of where I would think.
And I'm really right there with you.
I'm increasing mine now. I'm increasing
2
mine
years.
now. I'm
2
going
years.
2 years and 7 months now.
And I'm going to say 2 years, because I think it was about 2 years he was there.
If you find out, guys,
2 years.
put it in there. Tell us who won. All right, we're going to try to look it up anyways. Maybe we'll give you an update. If not, hey, we'll be talking about something else. It don't matter.
Shanks leaves. That's what I was saying. Shanks leaves, goes on the voyage.
Oh, yeah.
While he's gone, Luffy's in the bar. He's not really rocking with Shanks. He's not really feeling him ever since that encounter with the mountain bandits. So now, the mountain bandits come back. So they push up into the bar. They want drinks. They like, oh, the pirates are gone. Smells better, you know.
Yeah,
and talking trash about the pirates, and Luffy don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Luffy defends Shanks. Basically saying like, yo, don't say that. You can't be saying that. Don't talk about Shanks like that. And they start roughing him up.
It does go to show the child in Luffy. It does, because he sits there and tells Makino flat out, I don't miss them.
Yeah.
I don't even like them no more.
He's acting like he doesn't like them, but
it's almost, that's even more of the brotherly spirit.
Yeah.
I can badmouth them, but you can't. All right.
No one talks about my brother.
No one talks about my brother. No one talks for my brother. I always wanted a brother.
And not when they grab him up, they really whooping on Luffy. If he wasn't rubber, he probably would have died.
Yeah.
Because in the manga, they're stomping him out.
Yeah, stomping him out, bro. 8-town shuffle on it.
I think he like slung him by his cheek.
I think they even said, why does it seem like their hits aren't working on it? Type
so
stuff.
Know they was whooping on
so
him.
That even the frustration in not the pirates but the mountain bandits. Just think about that. Like it's crazy to see the pirates as the good guys. That's just, it's almost like the lesser of two evils. Almost. Yeah. Pirates just want to be free. It's in the name. But bandits, we know what they're doing. They're being bandits. They introduced them as the scourge of the mountains, okay?
Yeah.
So it's like, pirates, there's so much more depth that they can have.
I get you're really right, because they come in as the heroes at this moment. It's like
another key point, man.
Pirates,
Oda
heroes.
He's letting it be known, I guess, in this first chapter that these are the heroes of the story. Don't get it twisted. No matter who I introduce, remember, the pirates are the heroes of this story.
And a lot of people can be heroes. I think that's also what he's trying to show you, like
the most unexpected ones, basically. So he I guess tries to defend Shanks. He doesn't land a single blow on Higema. All right, not one. Even though he's got a punch as strong as a pistol. Okay. The mayor is begging for Luffy to be set free, basically saying he'll pay him and everything else. And Higema ain't having it. He's basically saying, nah, bro, this little shrimp disrespected me. You're the scourge of the mountains, dog. And you worried about a kid disrespecting you.
Higema's like, he crossed the line. That's what I can't tolerate.
Done the unpardonable.
Yeah.
He attacked me. The unpardonable? Bro, who are you now? John Wayne? Like,
in comes Shanks. Big bad Shanks.
Me.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, this is pretty hard though. Because at this point, when you're reading the manga, it's showing the mayor, it's showing Maki, but the angle is showing you from. It's like, what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If this is your first time reading it, you don't know if Shanks is about to pull up.
Very true. Very true.
But
So
nah,
I retract my ding 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 ding.
so Shanks pops up in the frame behind Makino and the mayor, and he's just looking all mysterious.
Don't he look like he about to do something though?
Yeah, it was just real cool.
Even the phrase that he uses right there. I was wondering what was going on. Like, bro, you know Shank's about to come and dog this man,
He's
bro.
like, nobody met me at the port. So he pulls up.
My way. Let me go clean up.
Got his nice vest on, cape, I guess you would call it. He's looking like the real hero.
It's a cloak.
And he's basically like, yo, let Luffy go. And the Mountain Bandits still want to act tough. One of them pulls a gun on Shanks. Like, come any closer, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to blow off your head. And I know this is a scene that you like.
It is. I ain't gonna lie. I like it in the manga. All right.
Yeah,
and what's crazy is I liked it in the show too. I loved it. But in the live action, they butchered that part. All right.
Not here to talk about
You're right. We're not gonna take it that far. We're going too deep. Point is, in these frames right here, with Lucky Roo popping up, and Shanks calling the man out, where he says, "You're putting your life on the line by pointing that at me," with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He says he looks at the gun, smiling, like yet again, as carefree as he could possibly be. He's not worried in the situation at all.
Yeah, he's mad cool.
And
chill.
And the very next two frames. All right, you're right. I love this right here. It's just beautiful work at the end of the day. Nice, gruesome, gritty. I'm saying it's not safe to point guns. With basically just pointing not at the guy holding the gun right there. He's pointing at Lucky Roo, who is standing behind Shanks and behind the guy aiming the gun at him. Like, I knew how this was going to play out already. It's the concept of why I feel like the convo with Beckman was so important. Mm-hmm. Because you're seeing who pops off first right here.
Lucky Roo.
Which might confuse people, make them think that this is the right-hand guy of the captain. Like,
Oda said Lucky Roo's the fastest in the One Piece universe.
No.
I think Oda
no
said,
offense, guys.
If I'm not
this
mistaken,
burly fellow
Oda said that Lucky Roo is the fastest.
Just period in general, like all together, like fighting wise, or like fastest gun in the One Piece world.
I have to find it because I'm like, bruh, he said he was the fastest.
You know what? And Lucky Roo got some skinny legs in this frame. I'm looking right now, and I'm just like,
Popeye legs.
Yeah, that man got the speed with the gut all in one. What if he's actually skinny? And he only looks fat because he's always eating. Similar to how Luffy and them look when they eat.
Like, okay.
Yeah,
he's
what?
Max fat mode.
He burned it all off, basically.
Now, I'm not going to lie. That would be crazy if later down the line,
we found out that's what it was.
When they get into fight mode, Lucky Roo
is a whole nother person.
Gets rid of the fat on his body.
Who are you? It's me, Roo, man.
Like Luffy style, and he just starts whooping on everybody. I could see that happen. I could see Oda doing that.
So Lucky Roo blasts the man's brains out all over the place. And I'm going to say blast brains out because in the clip, you get to see even the blood streak of the man as he falls. They get, like I said, gritty. And
in the manga, they show the blood fly.
I love it, man. Like, guys, look, I wasn't a reader of the manga, okay? I was strictly anime, okay? I didn't see the point in reading it. Thank Dino. All right, thank Dino. Because literally, this is what, when I was mad about the transition from the anime to the live action, this just kind of made me disregard the live action because I was like, now I've got a problem with the anime. Why y'all didn't do it like this? So I do love how, like I said, the carefreeness of Shanks and everybody seeing how serious the pirates are that fast. It switches from Shanks popping up trying to help his friend and
Mm-hmm.
smiling to someone just died.
Yeah.
You know, right in front of Luffy, right in front of the mayor, right in front of Makino.
They're not playing
You know,
no games.
yeah, it's no games at this point. Basically saying like, he really meant that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't point guns, because now it gets serious. Now you're threatening life.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dead that situation. There is no smoke to be had. This is one of those moments. How we had talked about like the culmination of everything making one moment.
Yeah.
You know, this is not that moment, but it's one of the culminating moments. It's like this is one of the others that makes something else so significant. You know, Shanks basically tells Higema, you know, you can even spit on me, I'll just laugh it off. But nobody hurts a friend of mine, good reason or not. All right, Luffy's face at that moment. Higema laughs it off. All right, he thinks it's funny to be talking about a friend, you know, or to even try to say that after I
He's
just
laughing like,
embarrassed
bro,
you.
come on, I got all these other mountain bandits.
But Luffy's only question in that moment is friend, you know, and I feel like it does. In this like generalized area of the story, this is where you start to see Luffy learning about who this man is. He's seeing what the first mate mentioned in the bar.
He's like, he's not just picking on me. He really looks at me as a friend.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
that's what
he's
friends
kind
of
of
seeing
do.
it from a kid's standpoint. Like, okay, I guess he's not just a, you know what I'm saying, a joke.
And just like Beckman comes in to teach Luffy in the moment, Beckman comes in and wipes the floor with all of the mountain bandits.
Beckman straight cleaned house, and he even puts his cigarette out on one of the mountain bandits.
Oh, bro,
face.
what frame was that? That's the way he dodges that sword. He's and just
dodging a sword, putting his cigarette out on his face
without firing a single bullet. All right, his weapon of choice is a rifle, and he don't fire a single shot. He don't kill. No, the only man who died in this fight right here was the man who pulled the gun
on Shanks.
That's the only one. Even that, showing the restraint. I'm just looking at Shanks' crew right now, like, bruh. And Luffy's reaction. Wow, he's strong. So it's like, and that's one guy. He's only seeing this about one guy, and the depth of that, he just saw the first mate now take out a whole crew, and this first mate respects the captain that much.
Yeah,
the captain can only be stronger than that type. It's like I said, the Luffy, the development here. You're seeing the wheels start to turn in each frame. It's funny that Luffy's position does not change this whole interaction. He's laying on the ground, stomach down. Higema's boot on his face, realizing and watching all of this happen, basically. To say that even goes to show the shock of Higema in this moment. Higema has not lifted a foot to help his men.
Yeah.
At all.
It's happening that quick.
Higema is dumbfounded. The brat started it. And Shanks tells him flat out, doesn't matter. There's a price on your head, isn't there?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Basically, Higema takes Luffy out on the boat, man. Takes him out on the boat, and things start getting real for Luffy right here, man. Start getting real for him.
Yeah, he throws Luffy in the water.
Does he throw him or does he kick him in the manga?
Oh, he kicks him.
He kicks his little butt right off
into the water. But Luffy's trying to swing at him still. He's really just like, man, I'm done with you. I was using you just to get away.
I needed a distraction.
Yeah, and then that's when the sea monster comes behind Higema. Luffy's in the water. He can't swim because he ate the devil fruit. So now he's panicking. He sees the sea monster, and then we see the sea monster straight up.
The sea beast in the manga looks terrifying. Yeah. Before they give it its face and everything, like just the shadow, I can honestly say, bro, that frame right there, just menacing. I'm not gonna lie. That could have been favorite panel right there at the end of the day, but I'm sticking with the one. I'll tell you guys later.
I like that one.
And just like before, just in the nick of time. Okay. Who shows up to save Luffy yet again? You guys, you all knew it was coming. This is where Shanks loses his arm.
Shanks grabs Luffy, saves Luffy, and in the midst of that, he loses his arm.
Does Shanks lose aura or gain aura in that moment?
I think anytime you lose a limb and take it like that, it's like, yeah, you gain aura.
Now you got that shadow.
Yeah, arm. And it's like,
no matter if I got one arm, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Shanks loses his arm, tells the sea beast, get on out of here. Beat it. Talked about this before the show today. That you got to take the good with the bad, and that's I feel like this moment captures that. He does. He smiles in that moment.
Yeah.
Because he's just happy Luffy's good. Man.
His goal was to save Luffy, and he got to take the good with the bad because he lost his arm doing it.
He pulled it off. He might be the fastest guy because how did you cover that ground in the water that fast?
He's not a devil fruit user.
Are we sure he's not part merman?
We're sure.
Or merfolk, whatever it is.
We're actually not sure. They never said he wasn't.
I'm just wondering how the hell did he swim out there that fast, bro?
Bro, he's hockey, man.
Hockey don't let you swim fast?
It make you stronger. He probably did a jump.
He scared the fish into carrying him. He pulled the Aquaman and rode the sharks to the spot.
Let me keep it real. He probably jumped from the shore all the way out there. But
right here is also where, in, I guess, these moments, Luffy realizes the concept of loss, that this is what the first mate was also talking about.
Yeah.
Shanks is looking out for your best interests, and this is why you can't come with us. This is the type of stuff that can happen, and right now you're not equipped to help us really. You, not to say you're a hindrance, but that is what you are. You're a loved one out here in danger.
Anyone could use you against me.
As a chip, basically, if you would.
Anyone could get hurt because we gonna protect you, which means we can get hurt, and if we can't protect you, you gonna get hurt.
Yeah, and it's just a cycle back over and over and over.
And it even says, it speaks to Luffy's growth. They said to his growth. They said Luffy understood why Shanks wouldn't take him to sea. The dangers of sea were too great. It kind of touches on it in the manga, but in the anime,
completely leaves it out.
They do leave that out, and I'm like, I feel like that should have been touched on more because it kind of just shows like how great of a moment
this really, how impactful it was.
This was
on
a very
Luffy's growth.
Impactful moment on Luffy's life, and we kind of learned that more later, but I think that's why Oda chose to start it here, to start the story here.
It shaped it perfect. Like I said, I'm sold on it at this point. Even just discussing this chapter, the manga does. There's depth in both of them, the manga and the anime, that the other one doesn't have. But I feel like with this being the root, this is the original. Its depth is that much more intriguing because the anime is not the depth of Oda. It's the perspective of others looking at Oda's work.
Right.
So it's like, this is where they're inspired from.
Yeah, that's what we see next. Shanks basically gives Luffy the hat, tells him, I want you to give me this back when you're a great pirate.
Mm-hmm. And they basically say that Luffy's adventure begins here 10 years later from this very same spot. So from the very same spot that Shanks leaves, gives him the hat, and I'm willing to say that might even be where they come back to shore even, because if Hickman grabbed a boat and went out, I can only imagine he left from the dock.
And he's running into the sea monster again as he leaves. So
so it's got to be the same spot. So Oda really does have a knack for taking all these little threads from
Yeah.
the world that he's created and weaving them into a single vision, basically, or an idea. And it's like, even later when we find out what's going on in the world at this time, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and the impact of all of that on Shanks leaving, you know, the why, maybe why mountain bandits were running amok in that area, little things like that. It's like he's pulling all these threads together and just creating this tapestry of a view that is like,
Yeah.
it just hits.
It's romance dawn, bro.
Hey guys, that's why we started here, okay? We just felt like we had to come back and start where Luffy started. All right, we're gonna talk about Luffy. Then we need to start where Luffy started. Sorry, my bad.
It's crazy.
Um, but yeah, man, we see him knock the sea beast on his butt, and then like I said, he does. Is that before or after?
What?
He says a 10-man crew will do. I think that's after,
Um,
right?
that's the panel right before last. He basically says, first things first, he's gotta go
Got
find him a crew, and he basically foreshadows because we know
10 men, man.
10 men will do, and that's pretty cool. Oda threw that in there.
And that's the start, guys. That is literally the start of One Piece.